What's going on, guys? It's Dan, aka Captain Redbeard, and we've got another review for you guys. Review and a bit of an unboxing. So, first off, the first part of this video, we're going to review the Scuf Gaming Scuf Impact controller for the PlayStation 4. It is a 4-paddle. That's right, it is a 4-paddle Scuf controller. As you guys know, you can do a lot of tweaking and adjusting and changing up. Mine, I didn't go too super crazy with mine, but I did make some changes to it, and I gotta say, this is my first Scuf controller, this particular one here. This is my Scuf Impact PlayStation 4 Scuf controller. My very first Scuf. I've never had one, and I've played Call of Duty. I'm 26 now. I've been playing COD since I was about 8 years old. So I've been playing Call of Duty for about 18 years of my life. Again, this is a 4-paddle. It's a 4-paddle. So this is X, this is circle, this is square, and this is triangle is how I have mine programmed. So whenever I'm playing like this here. And these two here I don't really use too often. I've talked to a lot of higher end, like hardcore, like guys that have used like Scufs for years and years and years, since the company's pretty much been around. All of them say none of them use the 4 paddles, they only use 2 of them. So I took their advice. I'm only trying the 2 paddles right now, the jump and the dive or the slide. So X and circle to break it up. But I want to say I've been using this Scuf now for a couple of weeks, closer to a month now already, which is kind of hard to believe. And I just wanted to give a little critique on the controller as a whole, the quality, because I hear questions all the time, including myself before I bought one of these. Why would you spend $150 to $300 on a controller before shipping? Why would you spend that much money on a controller when you can buy a $60 PS4 controller or use the one that comes with it and be just as good? And the fact is, that's not true. That's not true. I played default my entire life on Call of Duty. I've played super high-end sensitivity controller play style. If we go back to, like, for example, Call of Duty Ghosts, I played 1414. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I played 1111. I think 1111. It was either 1010 or 1111. Advanced Warfare, 1111. World War II, 1212. I've always... No, I'm sorry, not 1212. World War II, 88 is what I played on World War II. Sorry. So I have a lot of time, a lot of experience with Call of Duty, and I've always played default. Like I said, this Scuf was my very first one I've ever bought, and I've spent some time talking to some teammates on Strictly Business. They recommended me to go this route, lowering my sensitivity down to 6.6. And I've got to say, on all of my COD games, every one of them that I still play, which is World War II and Black Ops 3 mainly, my KD has already gone up like 0.04, which with me with Black Ops 3, I have well over about a month worth of playtime. I've got close to 60,000 total kills on the game. I have a lot of playtime on Black Ops 3. And for you to bring your KD up from a 1.48 to a 1.52 in the matter of a few weeks, it's actually pretty impressive. It's kind of hard to do without resetting your stats. So I will say, as far as playing the game, it's very difficult to transition into using a Scuf. I will fair warn everybody that uses a Scuf or is coming from a default controller to a Scuf. It is the most frustrating transition because it's very uncomfortable to get used to being like this, to getting used to being like this. Because before, I'm playing like this, you know, and now you're playing here. You're not even lifting your thumb off of here. So you're learning, you're training yourself how to jump, like if you're playing Black Ops 3, how to jump and hover and shoot all while hovering, and run and shoot all while making one motion. And it's a very big transition. So now, as far as durability of the controller, is it worth $180? Is it worth $200? This controller, if I remember, I don't have the receipt because, like I said, I ordered it at the end of last month. I misplaced it. I've spent a few minutes looking for it, but durability wise, technically speaking, when you're playing the game, highly recommend it. Like 10 out of 10, you need one of these. Awesome. Durability wise, do I recommend this controller? There's a few critiques I have on this controller. So this one in particular, it again is the Scuf Impact controller. I do not have any grips added on the back. It's a 4-paddle, which mine are electronic, where I can reprogram them if I want to. That's like an extra $8. Truthfully, I haven't used it yet, so if I do buy another one of these, I probably won't have that feature added. Truthfully, I feel like I'm comfortable with how it is out of the box. Secondly, the Scuf Edition joysticks. So I have a little bit of an issue here, and before I started recording this, I actually spent some time looking at this analog stick and noticed it. And that is, I've had this controller a month, and the analog joystick is already showing wear and tear after only a month of playing. If it'll focus, I don't think it's gonna focus. Well, it's not gonna focus, but point of, as I'm getting at, is on my aiming analog stick, there's a lot of wear and tear right around the top edge up here, from where you're looking around, and down here at the bottom where the rubber is actually kind of like peeling off. And I had a PlayStation 4 controller, as a matter of fact, this red one right here. I've had this controller since it launched. Okay, this controller launched beside God of War, the God of War 3 Remastered Edition. Okay, that came out on PlayStation 4. So this controller is about 2 years old. Those joysticks have no damage to them, no wear and tear. I played on my PS4 every single day, and you can tell looking at this controller, it's got wear and tear, because if you peel the joys back or look behind the joys, which unfortunately the camera won't focus that close, but it actually has a pattern scratched around it from rotating, because over time these controllers, when they start wearing down, they have like a cut around the underside of the analog stick. So you can tell I've had this controller for a while, and I've played a lot of video games using this controller. So that's a genuine critique that I do have on these analog sticks, is that they seem to wear very quickly. Now, with that being said, though, you guys may notice the white on the controller. That powder is that white ring, the white ring around that from the same thing, from moving and rotating. It's wearing away that white ring. So that's why you guys see that white powder on there. It's not that I'm disgusting and gross and that's food crumbs. That's literally that white ring around that analog stick wearing down and scuffing off onto the controller, no pun intended. So those are kind of some of my concerns. Now, I had the rumble taken out of this, which you have to pay extra for. I don't have a problem with that, because I understand they have to pull that old controller apart and piece it back together and then put their shell over the top of it. So I don't have an issue with that. That's fine. Which is, honestly, I always thought it would be an issue doing that, and honestly, I've grown to love it. This controller is a third of the weight of this controller, and it has a lot more to offer. So if I was somebody new that's never had a Scuf, take the rumble out. I thought it was the weirdest, most uncomfortable feeling controller when I first got it, and as I've used it, I can't even really hold a regular PS4 controller just because it feels heavy to me. So would I recommend this controller, and would I recommend spending $150, $280, $300 on this controller. Yes, for if you're willing to deal with the fact that it's going to wear down. I would even be willing to say there are some non-concave sticks. Maybe I'll give those a try next time, and that might solve that issue of this wearing and tearing quicker. Now on my Xbox, the Xbox Scuf, that's what we've got here in this box. I've not even opened it yet. We're about to do that now. I made a few changes. I left a few things the same. So this is going to be the Scuf Xbox One Elite controller. So essentially it's an Xbox One Elite controller, but it has some variations made to it. Let's see what we've got in the box here. Got a free sleeve of G Fuel. It is Fruit Punch, so I got a free sleeve of that. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much, Scuf, for sending me that. I've got something else here. Not really sure what this is. Oh, very cool. Okay. Batteries. A little black box, a little scary here. A little scary. Oh, nice. Oh, dude, now this is actually really nice. So this is a threaded charging cable. I still just shake my head at Microsoft. This isn't Scuf's fault. I still shake my head at this though. Micro USB. I sell cell phones for a living, and everybody, cell phone wise, and even the Nintendo Switch, everything is going micro USB. Please, Microsoft, please, Sony. I know you'll never see this video, but please go USB Type-C on your next generation of consoles. Like, because if that bends, now I gotta spend $30 on a replacement charger, or however much that cord costs. I'm gonna guess $30. All right, so moment of truth. Here it is, guys and girls. Boom. Scuf Elite, Xbox One. There's the box. Looks good. Oh. Looks good. Looks good. I'm excited. We're going to open this up. This is another thing I want to really compliment Scuf on is their packaging, their marketing, their packaging, their emails of notifications whenever stuff's getting shipped and stuff. It's really nice. It's all very thorough, and it's very in depth. I mean, the fact that they've got like directions and things of that nature, so it's really cool. They give you a breakdown of like your build on the on here, which is cool. So anyway, so moment of truth here. I'll shut up here. Of course, you got your manual. Boom. Welcome to the world of Scuf. The rules of your game have changed. So it's like a little thank you there from Team Scuf, which is really awesome that they take the time to do that. All right. I already like the fact they did this. So I ordered the circular D-pad. I didn't order the standard D-pad. However, those guys at Team Scuf know that not every game is really worth that. So they still included this in the box, which is your D-pad piece, which I truthfully probably will never use it, but it's still great that they sent it to me. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely beautiful. Wow. Look at this, guys. So I went a little overboard and a little crazy with this one. I spent some money because I really enjoy my Impact. So I went a little crazy with this one, but with the colors and stuff, and just really played with the customization. But this one's got a weight to it because it is an Elite controller. I expected this one to weigh quite a bit more than the Impact. Okay, so with this being the Elite edition, you can still change out the thumbsticks, the sizes. Okay, I like that. They're still the magnetized ones. So that tells me the D-pad is that way too. They're magnetized. It's got the switch here where you can make it your presets, because you can program these. You've got, I actually have the Scuf paddles instead of the Elite paddles. I paid a little extra for those because these are a little more sensitive. Okay, you don't have to click these so much. I like that. Okay, I like that. I dig that. You still have the locks, so you can lock paddles, so you're not accidentally like pressing all your paddles. You've got a nice clean trim, white trim. And I did pay extra for the white Scuf gaming grips. That's going to be good for those long-term sessions. And then, of course, as always, they actually have the headphone jack because it's the Elite controller, which means that this was after Microsoft got their asses handed to them by their community, because people were like, dude, this port without this port is the dumbest thing you could have ever done, and the biggest consumer focused move you could have ever made in the gaming world. Of course, AA, this isn't Scuf's fault again. This is a critique to Microsoft. Get with the program, guys. Put your batteries, just have pre-built batteries and make your controllers rechargeable. It's not that hard. Sony's been doing it for what, 8 years now? Or longer, actually. Like, no, 8 years, 9 years. So, yeah, this is exciting though. And what's nice about this, if you guys look very closely, you will see those there and there, and there and there. Those are the ports for the regular Elite paddles, the regular Elite controller paddles. So that means, hey man, I don't really like these paddles. You know, oh man, I don't like these Scuf paddles. I want to get the Elite paddles. You can actually take these off. I would have to look to see how exactly. But these paddles will actually come out. Oh, they just slide out. They just slide out. So, and you can actually go buy the Xbox One Elite paddles and use those instead, which is really nice because options are always nice. So I can tell you guys straight up, I spent after shipping $276 and some change on this controller. As far as I do wish that they would have given me the option of taking the vibrate pack out, but I will say, as far as customization overall outside of that, I felt like I had more options with the Xbox One Elite controller, which it could just be because of the fact of how this controller is manufactured. I don't know what determines how much customization options you have, but I felt like I could do a little bit more. The fact that I had the faceplate, I had several faceplate options. I went with this Galaxy theme one. I could fully customize the thumbstick colors, the ring colors, like the trim, all that, which I think based on which analog sticks you got here, you could actually change the color of the analog sticks too. So I think you could actually change the analog stick colors now that I think about it. But I do like the fact that you can do the face plates and stuff like that on this. But either way, they're both really good controllers. Tonight I'm actually going to be streaming off my Xbox, giving that one a try, and checking out the Elite Scuf controller. I'm very excited about what's in store with it. I know this was a long review, guys, but again, this was a review on my Impact, Scuf Impact, and an unboxing of the Scuf Elite, Xbox One Elite controller. I will be playing with this controller for a couple of weeks, really put it to the test, really grind some Call of Duty with it, and see what we think about it here in a couple of weeks, see if it was worth the money. That way you guys can get a true input and opinion and breakdown of a comparison between the two controllers, and see if it's worth your time and your energy of saving up to get one of these. Remember, guys, I'm a part of Strictly Business Gaming, and my team is sponsored by Scuf Gaming. If you use code SBGaming, you do save 5% off all of your orders at checkout. If you are a G Fuel drinker, use code SBGaming. You'll save 10% off of all your orders at checkout. You guys have been incredible. Thank you very much if you made it this far in the video. If you liked this unboxing and this review, there we go, words can't use them. If you like this review though and you like this unboxing, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you have any constructive criticism, feel free to share that too. I'll be more than happy to take that stuff into consideration. But thank you guys so very much. We'll see you guys next time. Remember, I'll be live every Monday through Friday on twitch.tv/Captain Redbeard at 10 p.m. Central Standard. That's 11 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast, 8 p.m. for you guys on the West Coast, until about 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's a 4-hour span. And remember, sometimes I do go outside of that, grind a little bit further into the night, and do drop surprise streams on the weekend. So we'll see you guys there. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.